حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله إن الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا ما أحييتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا اللهم على من عادانا اللهم ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك ولا يرحمنا يا رب العالمين. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. وأصلي وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه وعنا معهم إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to him and peace and blessings be upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We do bear witness that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. Respected brothers and sisters in Iman, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Why people of power on earth don't want Islam? This is the title of my khutbah. I'm trying to spread awareness in this simple, humble space of time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked us to keep doing good as much as we can in this each Friday. Now, spreading awareness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran in tens of times, لِقَوْمٍ يَعْقِلُونَ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Allah is highly praising always, reflection, the power of intellect, thinking, analyzing. So we need to understand the reason why I decided to choose what I will be doing, because many people, especially the new generation, they keep asking now, if Islam is true, why people do not accept it? A very simple question. If it's true, why people of intellect, and we have a lot of people of intellect, millions, east, west, north, south, regardless of their background, many people, they use their mind, great people, good, nice, human level, why do not accept it? Big question. Why not? Now, I said, if Islam is so clear, why people do not accept it? If it's true, and it's so clear, actually it's true and clear, why many people, they do not accept it? Who told you, Mr. Questioner, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Whoever you are, if you are asking, who told you that the only thing we need for the truth to be prevail just to be truth or to be simple? We have obstacles, awaiq. We have people who work against the truth to be known. You need to be aware of that, because this is part of the big image that you need to understand. The fact that you have the truth, or the truth is so simple, does not mean some people will accept it. You need to know that. It's part of reality. If we do miss it, really we will miss a lot. Now, and I give simple logical example before I quote part of an article to give you big, strong conviction why people of power don't want Islam. And please focus and underline, people of power, regardless who they are and where they are, regardless. The one who has the power and authority, by default, they don't like Islam. They don't want Islam. And we will know why. I will give you evidences why they don't want Islam. If the truth is known and it's simple example, we are living in the West. In the West, millions of people, they believe that it's one of the highest civilized, areas, which is true for many people. Right. Do they have the law? Yes. Good financial system? Yes. Good social security? Yes. Child benefits? Yes. Medical aid? Yes. Good insurance? Yes. Direct straight law? Yes. Covering you and X? Yes. Yet, why do they have criminals? Why do they have thieves? Why? I'm asking now. The best materialistic, secular, liberal, civilized, applied, practically on earth, it's in the West. America as the best example. In America, for example, freedom of speech, freedom, privacy, freedom of sexual relations is in the top. Why they have millions of rapists? I'm asking. They have it. They have full freedom. No one can interfere. Why they have rapists? This tells you the fact that you given the freedom, and the truth from their point of view is that does not mean you will not have bad people. Does not mean, or otherwise, if this should happen by default, there is no need for judicial system, no need for courts, no need for lawyers, no need for judges, no need for jury system at all. Because if you apply all of these good things, by default, you must have the Plato utopia city, which is not the case. Whatever you do, you have people of evil, you have bad people, you have rapists, you have frauders, everything. So this is the materialistic world. So let's go back to my question. This is simple logical example, just on the way, in the margin. My point, why people of power don't like Islam. I'm quoting now part of someone, his name Ranjit. He wrote this article in Tamil language, or translated to Tamil, one of the Far East languages. So I'm quoting about 90% of his literal word. He was asking when he saw the reaction of some people of power regarding what happened in Qatar. Why they are hiding the truth? There is no problems because there is no alcohol. Why? One of the journalists, he admitted from the UK that I was asked directly by my institution, don't talk about positive things in Qatar. It's either you highlight negative things or keep your mouth shut. I think you are following tens of these, things. Anyway, so in light of this, he was writing the following. I will be quoting and commenting, part of literal direct from his, Rajit. Now, on the numbers that he mentioned, we might agree and disagree. He did his research on the numbers. Generally, the idea is so true. If we dispute in the exact literal numbers, it's not a big deal. But focus in the idea now. Part of what he's saying. The global drug trade is worth of 321 billion a year. Drug trade. Alcohol sales in the world are 1,600 billion, 1.6 trillion dollars per year. The global arms trade is worth about 100 billion a year. The prostitution business is worth around 400 billion a year in the world. The gambling business is around $110 billion a year in this world. He continues, I'm quoting now from Ranjit, Islam stands against hundreds of billions dollars business every year. Each of the above, I just quote, he mentioned about 7 things. I just took 4 or 5 of them, just to give an idea. Each of the above industries are run by private corporate bosses. Forget the politicians now. Many of them, they are just puppets. Someone behind the scene takes the decision and pay the money. Forget the politicians now. He's talking about big private corporates who own things by billions and trillions, not millions. Millions is no more than change for them. You know the change in your pocket? Millions for them is like the change in your pocket. Easily you forget aslan that you have it in your pocket. Well, each of the above industries are run by private corporate bosses. In the world, if the world, look now, focus. If the world accepts the Islamic policy of not selling alcohol, liquor, drugs, the loss will be around 2,000 billion in the drug mafia's business. 2 trillion just for the drug mafia in the world. If Islam is to be applied, some people of power, which is less than 1% in the population, less than 1,000%, they will lose 2.0 trillion just in drugs. Type, continue. Islamic law will end the $100 billion arms mafia business if they attack other countries for petrol without causing chaos on earth, killing innocent people and shedding blood. If the Islamic policy of not engaging in prostitution comes into force, the prostitution mafia's $400 billion business will end. Websites born on porn videos will be affected. About $500 billion just for prostitution and porno. $500 billion. So you can imagine if Islam, so the idea is not hijab. Hijab is just a symbol that reminds them if it is applied as a concept, what will happen with these industries? Because this leads to a very long chain of things will reach to X, Y, Z of results. That's why you'll find this craziness in attacking the hijab. The idea is not just covering a head. You know, some people they are shaving, some people they are changing. Who cares? No. There's a big philosophy behind this issue. He continues. If the world adopts the Islamic principle of no gambling, the $110 billion business of the gambling mafia will end. If the world accepts the Islamic principle that a woman's nudity is her privacy and not an exhibition, the $100 billion business of the porn mafia will end. It is Islam that has waged war on this in his calculation, 2,300 billions dollar trade. So he has quickly calculated a business for a specific sectors on earth. On yearly basis, they deal with 2.3 trillion. And we are talking about mafias. We are not talking about people on earth are enjoying this money. No. Big mafias. Big people, most of us, we don't know their faces. We don't see them. You know, agents work on their behalf. He's continuing. It is Islam, he's continuing. These mafias have bought the world media. Focus now. What's happening? To know why you are attacked most of the time. These mafias, drugs, porno, prostitution, you know, all of these things, they have bought the world media to make them Islamic terrorists. And the media mafia has grown and flourished by eating the bones thrown by these mafias. Money is paid, make Muslims, you know, such and such. They are terrorists, they are whatever, they are XYZ all the time. Because if Islam in its simple version, nice, humble, simple. Look now, 99% of personal dealings with anyone around you, will they love us? They respect us. They always say, MashaAllah, you are very nice. You are. But why wherever you go on the media? Because there is an agenda. The agenda that you're simple, humble, clean, nice, good, whatever terminology of your religion. If it is applied, some mafias will lose their power. Simply, it's a very simple equation. They marched across the country chanting that Islam is terrorism. They nurtured terrorism with this money. The terrorism created by these mafias is called Islamic terrorism. Everyone said with one voice that Islam, I'm quoting his words, Islam is extremism. For that, they themselves bought some Muslims with these billions of dollars. We have our, bad guys from our people who are ready to sell their honor and themselves and to work with them in the media and something attacking, because at the end they are benefiting. They are part of the mafia system, but they are those who eat just the thrown bones, not the big part of the cake. You have the big portion, and sometimes these simple things that are thrown to marginal people. Islam, which said that killing one is equal to killing all people, became a religion of extremism. وَمَنْ قَتَلَ نَفْسًا فَكَأَنَّمَا قَتَلَ النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. Yet, 90% of people, they are brainwashed because of this. They alter a little bit. I will end quoting now. His idea, he brought to our mind the concept that, because some people might lose their trust in their faith when they see the bad reaction. Be careful. Bad reaction does not mean you don't have the truth. Bad reaction does not necessarily mean you are making a mistake. Not necessarily. I know we have our bad representative, like any religion, any system. Americans, don't they have their bad representatives? Christians, don't they have? Jews, don't they have? Hindus, don't they have? If we want to focus, we can have bad people in every sect, every religion, every way of thinking, every nationality, every race, every nationality. So let's forget it. Let's skip this very silly argument. You have bad people. Every group of people, they have their own bad people. No, it's not a big deal. Let's discuss the system itself. A system that asks you not to drink alcohol, which means by default you will not lose the most important device in your existence. Controlling device. If it stops, you are stopped. Islam prevents you as a father from going on daily basis home, urinating on yourself because you are drunk. And next day, you will discover that your kids, they were laughing at you, and your wife was crying all the night because your kids saw you urinating on yourself because simply you were a drug. And it's part of the style of your life. I'm asking how many millions they are suffering from this? Millions. But the trade is such and such trillion. Who is benefiting from this? Simple, big private corporation. The rest, they are enslaved. Just an idea. So those people will fight you. Not fight you as a person. You'll fight your system because your system goes against their, interests. Now, this is the new practical application of this. Let me give you now the shocking news. Is this something new? Actually, no. Two simple, quick examples. Some people might not be noticing. Number one, in Surah Al-Buruj, والسماء ذات البروج واليوم الموعود وشاهد ومشهود قتل أصحاب الأخدود. Allah is telling us that He has cursed the people of the trench. Actually, according to the historical records, they are Christians, true Christians. The genuine, true, close Christian to Jesus Christ, peace be upon Him. By a dictator regime in their time, hundreds of years ago, they were forced to be pagans. So when they refused as believers, they are our brothers and sisters, they were following our dear Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, the son of Mary. So they were tortured. Part of what they did, they brought them and they tested them with a great fire in a trench. If you accept to be pagans, we will release you. Otherwise, we will put you into this fire. This is Ashabul Ukhdud, okay? Look what Allah is saying, literally. وَمَا نَقَمُوا مِنْهُمْ إِلَّا أَيْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَمِيدِ. They have nothing to hate them because of it. Nothing to have this kind of amazing envy and dread except that they believed in Allah. They have done nothing bad. They are not attacking anyone. They are not rejecting anything. They are not attacking anything, doing nothing. But your existence in itself, the fact that you believe as a believer Christian in that time, that the only one who should be respected and obeyed is your Lord, which means the king at that time will lose his power. So therefore, they will end you. This is hundreds of years. So let's come to the beginning of Islam. And I'll finish my khutbah with this. Just to give you, the peace of mind of understanding why many things are happening. Just to give you the explanation. Do you think Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab and Umayyah ibn Khalaf, they were rejecting Islam because of they were rejecting to go 5 times to pray in the masjid? Do you think they were rejecting that Allah did exist? Do you think they did not believe that Allah is the creator? Wallahi, they have no problem. I will prove it to you now. Do you think they refused that Allah is the creator and the controller and the Razzaq? Wallahi, they believed in all of these things. Dalil. What's the proof? وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُم مَّنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَيَقُولُنَّ Allah. If you ask them, O Muhammad, who created heavens and earth, they would say it's Allah. Type in another verse. وَلَئِن سَأَلْتَهُم مَّنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَسَخَّرَ الشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ لَيَقُولُنَّ Allah. Many verses. Yet now they said, وَمَا نَعْبُدُهُمْ إِلَّا لِيُقَرِّبُونَا إِلَى اللَّهِ زُلْفَى. Actually, we are just worship these idols to help us to be closer to Allah. They admit Allah's existence. They admit that Allah is the creator. They admit that Allah, no problem with this. Where's the problem, ya Shaykh? Why they were fighting Islam? Simply, let's go in depth. In what we call Tawheed al-Uluhiyyah, when we say you must be muwahhid, monotheistic, means what? You must not worship except Allah. But what's the meaning of worship? Ritual? Don't make this mistake. Ritual worship is simple part of worship. The definition of worship is انقياد خضوع تام دون أدنى شرط. This means in English, full submission, full obedience without any kind of precondition or rejection. Ibadah means submission and following the commandments. Type. Allah has commanded to stop the prostitution in Mecca and Arabic Peninsula. وَلَا تُكْرِهُ فَتَيَاتِكُمْ عَلَى الْبِغَاءِ إِنْ أَرَدْنَا تَحَصُّنًا. What is the bigha? Prostitution. Do you know that the big bosses of Arabic Peninsula, they were great rich people out of many trades such as prostitution? Type. Do you know that they were, in our words now, multimillionaires because of the slave trade? That's why we have tens of ways to free slaves. طب who was losing? طب drugs? Sorry, alcohol. Alcohol. Exactly like what today. Most of the people, they used to drink on every night, and when you drank, you lose the most important device in your existence. You don't think, you just go and drink. The elites, they will control you, lead you, do such and such. The same thing, it used to happen in Mecca as a simple example. Alcohol, prostitution, slavery. They used to have the general classical style of slavery. Physically, they take you. We have a new styles of slavery now. They call it in a very nice way, human trafficking. Ya Allah, this cute. Human trafficking. Human trafficking. Wow. What does it mean, human trafficking? They kidnap girls. They take them. They put them in camps for forced prostitution till they become accustomed to this. And this happened in a civilized world. Human trafficking. Because when someone is captured from the big bosses, what's his accusation? Human trafficking. See, it's not a big thing. What is the impact on you when you say human trafficking? Well, first time I heard it, I thought he used to take people in his vehicle, to travel with them. Human trafficking, well, first time I heard it, what's human trafficking? Traffic, human, very nice two words. Human trafficking, exactly like transportation. No problem. Human trafficking, one of the worst, if not the worst type of slavery. It's not just slavery, it's a slavery, prostitution, attacking human rights, rape, drugs, killing, all of them, human trafficking, millions and millions. Can they stop it? Wallahi, if they want, they can. Money talks. So, now the idea, do you think Abu Lahab and Abu Jahl, when they were attacking Muhammad, they were attacking Muhammad just because, by the way, why قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ was revealed? قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ لَا أَعْبُدُ وَلَا تَعْبُدُونَ. By the way, they came to Muhammad. He did not go to them. He said, "Oh Muhammad, we worship your God one day. You worship our God." يعني like that preacher, ما تيجوا نحب بعض, you know? كله same. يا عمي, you mean they were talking about what? Do you think talk about going to the masjid? No. They were talking about who takes the decision in economy, in money, in prostitution, in alcohol. Economy is the most important power of your existence and your dependence on something. Who takes the decision? Riba is haram. Ya habibi. Imagine if Islam is to be forced. What will happen to the people on earth? By the way, people on earth will feel happy because they will not be enslaved by banking system. But the people of power, they will not allow. This is the idea. I mean, okay, it might be some philosophical way of understanding, but you need, as a Muslim, to understand it's not just if the truth is truth, by default, everyone will accept it. No. You need to know that, please. Protect your heart and your mind. The fact that you know the truth, even if many people are attacking, by the way, the majority of people around you, they are very nice people, but brainwashed. Who brainwashes them? People of interests and power. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. استغفر الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده سبحانه ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. Respected brother and sister, before we start the dua, now some people might say, okay Sheikh, يعني what is the added value that you have given us? Insurance, security system to protect your heart and your mind not to face the inferiority complex. I repeat, as Muslims, you must be proud of your system. You can't be proud if you don't understand. You can't be proud if you can't answer. You can't be proud and make da'wah if anyone came with any simple suspicion or doubt and you just stopped and everything is blocking your mind. You can't. First of all, for you to enjoy the fact that you are a Muslim. Because by the way, don't understand, you can't. No one can do the da'wah unless if he went through the following phases. You know, understand, realize, comprehend, live, apply, then you feel proud. After feeling proud, then you go make da'wah. Or otherwise, you will destroy Islam. So what I'm doing now is big insurance shield to protect your mind and your heart while you are in the process. Because a simple doubt is exactly like the virus. Cannot be seen, can't touch, but it kills. It destroys the system from inside. So please consider what we have highlighted today as an antivirus, from Islamic point of view for us. Just take it. Whenever you have something, don't just attack. Wait. Be just with yourself. Take care of your faith exactly as you take care of your son. Actually, you should take care more. But at least deal with your faith like your son. At least. Alhamdulillah, Islam will be saved and the da'wah will be saved. You yourself will be saved before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of judgment. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وعافنا واعف عنا وتجاوز عنا يا رب العالمين وارحمنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك يا كريم. اللهم إنا عبيدك أبناء عبيدك أبناء إمائك نواصينا بيدك ماض فينا حكمك عدل فينا قضاؤك نسألك بكل اسم لك هو لك سميت به نفسك أو أنزلته في كتابك أو علمته أحدا من خلقك أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك أن تجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا وجلاء أحزاننا وذهاب همومنا وغمومنا يا رب العالمين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. وأقم الصلاة. أحمد صلي
الله
فينا.
أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.